Hi everyone, welcome back to the ShrinkShake Pod.
I'm Utkarsha.
And I'm Tina.
And we're two shrinks who like to shake things up.
Yeah, if you're new here, hi, we love you. If you've been here, I am fully neglecting you. I'm not. Thank you.
Again, we're very thankful for you.
But before we get into the podcast today, a very quick disclaimer. This podcast is in no way, shape, or form a replacement for therapy. But if you do need therapy, you can reach out to us at the Coping Central. Anything and everything you need is in the description box below. So reach out. Okay, happy when is Men's Day to everyone. The only important question, dude.
That's true. That's true. The only time people ask, आदमी को दिन कब होता है? Men's Day कब है? Is on Women's Day.
They do it exactly like that, or what?
They do it.
They do it. News.
On Instagram. Men.
Men's rights activists को नया गाना मिल गया.
आदमी. You will never catch me singing that song. Except
You made it.
I invented
She's
it.
gonna earn so much royalty off of it because you all fucking love to be like, when is Wednesday? When is Wednesday? नहीं पता क्या करें? पता है हमें नहीं पता.
आज Women's Day है, हम उसकी बात करेंगे.
My question is, how have men never once Googled?
Yeah.
When is Men's Day?
Why should women tell you when it's Men's Day?
Every year they're just like
8 March.
When is Wednesday? कब है?
8 March.
कब है भाई?
आज नहीं है मेरे भाई.
गलत.
आज नहीं.
आप लोग हमें discriminate करते हैं. You guys hate us.
This is exactly.
Misandrist piece of shit. Feminism has gone too far. Women suck. Boo.
This is exactly how it happens.
I'm really good at being a man, dude.
So good. Like this is exactly verbatim dot to dot how it happens.
Dot to dot.
Dot to dot.
I love that phrase. It's like dot to dot.
What?
Dot to dot.
Yeah, I just said it.
I just appreciated you.
Anyway,
very ironically, what we're talking about today.
औरत की दुश्मन नहीं होती है.
नहीं होती है.
But somebody today morning woke up and decided to be my dushman.
And that's my decision every single morning. I hate her. But yeah, I think it's in the last however many years, I think this is the worst thing to come out of wherever this came out.
That's true. Like it's the biggest lie that's been told to women.
Yeah.
That cat fight, औरत की दुश्मन, बाकी लड़कियों से बच के रहना, वो तो मैं खा जाएंगे.
First of all, have you read anything ever, one line, one statement, anything that is relevant to a woman, and you would know all of these are just a big fat lie?
Yeah. I feel like reading though comes next level.
True.
Have you ever met a woman?
Have you seen a woman?
Have you spoken to a woman?
Have you looked at a woman as a human being and not as a concept or an object?
Have you looked at a woman besides just being there for your pleasure?
Do you know that there are women?
Do you know women exist?
Do you know the word woman?
I think that's a crux of our podcast today. We're telling you women exist and women don't hate other women. We actually love each other. Not us.
Not us. This is purely visual representation.
As us as women love other women. This is other women and women. What
is Sangathan?
But no, like where do you think this comes from? No, this biggest story we've ever been told. औरत की दुश्मन.
I think this is, again, I'm not backing this up from anything but personal experience and the stories I get to hear in the therapy room and the perception I have of the world. I think men know how strong women are together. And if they start feeding into it and stop objecting it, आपकी game खत्म bro. Like, आपकी game बच चुकी है. If women get together in a room and there's men there, I don't think there's a lot that would drive us away from women, for what it's worth. And I think the patriarchy uses this as a weapon to sort of not let women unionize.
Yeah, it's true. Like this is why capitalism. This is why capitalism refuses any unions being formed in company.
Yes.
And women are also not allowed to unionize because of patriarchy. Again,
we have a bigger problem. Women are also not allowed to work sometimes.
Yeah,
a lot of times.
That's anyone who says feminism बहुत दूर तक आगे है, now this is not a problem. Read a book, read every day's newspaper. You will know how far feminism has come. Not
It
very
just it's not.
fun.
I didn't realize the amount of rage I
Breaking
would be
news.
filled with for
It's
this
true.
topic. That's
It's
mad.
true. Like you're right, no? That a lot of the times when people in power realize that somebody who doesn't have as much power
Yeah.
in general, and somebody they can oppress can get together and then kind of, have that much
Resist
power
and
in, yeah, resist and
yeah.
like has that kind of power in unity.
Mm.
They don't want that unity to exist, so they will just be like, oh, what's the best way to divide? And we keep crying about English people coming in and saying divide and rule for India. What are you all doing?
What the hell else are you all doing?
You are doing divide and rule. You are separating people from their experiences, from
Yeah.
from others who resonate with their experiences, from their kin, from people who love them so much, because you can't oppress them if they're together.
Yeah. A bunch of sticks is harder to break than one single
A
stick.
bunch of sticks.
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 A bunch of sticks. Why'd you say that British?
I was talking about Englishmen.
Do you want a can of Coke then, love? Anyway, bringing back I realized like while you were speaking, I lost my funny. I was just there like, we need to bring the funnies back. I think both of us truly, truly believe that joy will take us farther than the discussion of pain and trauma ever will. While it
Yes.
is important, joy is just greater. So, we will talk about why women friendships save you.
Why do they save you? I don't know. They do.
They
just
do. They just
Podcast
podcast
over.
खत्म भाई घर जाइए. Happy Women's Day to you all. हो गया. Cut भाई.
But okay.
But
Coming back.
yeah, dude, like I think it's, as a woman who has only women friends, I
Yeah.
think it's been something that has changed my life by leaps and bounds, and I
Yeah.
don't think anything could ever come close to it.
Yeah.
And it reminds me this one thing that we talk about, that the most average man will not even be 1/4.
No, the best man you know
The best man
will be an average woman.
Yes, the best man will be an average.
Like, this idea of the ideal man that we have, somebody who cheers you up, somebody who gets you flowers, who's there when you're crying, who doesn't
Yeah.
give solutions, just listens, drives you everywhere, picks you up from the airport, give you gifts, remembers the anniversaries.
That's my best friend on a random Tuesday,
That's
bro.
true. We just do it for each other
We just
every week.
we
What
just
about
do
it?
And
So the idea of ideal man, and this
Yeah.
man will come and save you. So when women are told that, okay, you have to hate other women,
yeah,
and this is the standard of man that you have to sort of chase,
Hmm.
you fall into this idea that, there's this one person who will come and save you,
yeah.
and you don't give everyone else the opportunity to be that person.
Mhm.
And the moment this illusion breaks, you realize that, oh, all of my women friends are doing this for me. So now I need my man to at least match this. And then men
At
are
least
like, oh my
try.
god, yeah. And then men are like, oh my god, that's too much. You're expecting too much. It's too much. Break off all your friendships. I can't do this for you. So I need my ego to be satisfied.
Yeah.
Which is why you need to not be friends with others.
Yeah.
So
And
you need to hate others and make you believe that.
my ego needs to be sort of risen at the cost of your friendships
Yeah.
and your fulfillment.
Yeah.
And that's wild to me. Because again, I feel like this is a place where we can bring in a lot of personal examples, because we have so many friendships, but we work together, we're also best friends. Gag.
Okay.
But sometimes I'd walk out of a session and she would be in another meeting, but then I know Meg breakfast is on the table waiting for me. And I haven't had to ask, I haven't had to do anything, but it's about being witnessed
Yeah.
in a way that no one ever does.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I think for that reason, I think number one point why women friendships save you is because they become almost like a health intervention.
Yeah. Yeah.
Do you want to say more about it?
Yeah, because at some point of time when you have women who care for you, who love you,
Yeah.
it resets your nervous system, no? Every single day. Like, think about the worst breakups you've gone through, or like the worst kind of conversations you've had. Think about men in power at workplace who've dysregulated you. You've gone back to your women friendships and they've hugged you, and it's kind of gone down and really calmed down,
Yeah.
right? Like, and it really also requires a lot of unlearning for me to open up my system to somebody else who I've been asked to hate,
Yeah.
is a lot of unlearning that happens on my part. Like, I was lucky. I've always been surrounded by women. I've grown up in a family where there's a lot of women, had a lot of sisters, still do. I have a lot of sisters. Been around friends, women friends since I was a baby. Got into a field that has, such inspiring, wonderful women. Kept getting into spaces where there were just a lot of women around me at all points of time.
Yeah.
So I feel like I also consider myself very lucky because I've never had to sort of make that choice of, of active unlearning, because my unlearning just took place by the virtue of being in those spaces.
Yeah.
And I realized that, hey, women don't hate me. They actually love me.
It's true. And
I can love them back.
Again, like the examples you gave, you know how you said that you didn't have to have like an unlearning arc. I did. I was in an all-girls school, whatever. I had a 6-month brief pick-me phase. And then out of it, I was like, what the hell is going on? What am I willing to be picked for? And I'm actively losing out on so much joy. And I had these thoughts when I was 12. I feel like I need to be appreciated.
If you're older than 12 and watching this, shame on you for
If you're a man watching this older than 12,
don't watch. If you're a man watching this, don't watch.
Go.
It's okay.
Bye. When Men's Day is 19th November, we will all see you then.
We are doing this for the gaze of women and for them to watch us and love us. So thank you. We only want to cater to you for this podcast.
Bye. Thank you for giving us some view time.
So but it's like health intervention.
Saying something. You have messed up my nervous system. But as I was saying, I had to have this unlearning arc, and 6 months in, I realized I was 12, whatever. But all of the relationships you were also mentioning were sort of being in contact with women, no friendships, yada yada yada. Go to a girl's bathroom. Women, please. Yeah. If you're a man still watching, you're really persistent, first of all. But second, ask a woman the experience of being drunk in a nightclub in a bathroom with multiple girls.
Absolute strangers who don't know you.
You name it and they have it. Perfume, lipstick, whatever. Is my dress okay? Am I looking okay? This guy outside is bothering me. Can you help me? Can you pretend to be my friend? And again, these are things that very actively save you from a lot of risk. To give a very silly example, I was in a club bathroom once and I heard a girl yell from a stall, "Should I text my ex?" And the entire washroom was like, "No, bitch." I was like, you tell me. It doesn't even take a common motive to solidarize. For us to come in solidarity.
And these are also like in moments of joy, in moments of privilege, like this is this. But a lot of the time when you talk about women and their struggle and the resistance and the movements that have happened, it's happened by women on the margins coming together and deciding that enough is enough. We don't want to sort of constantly be in the face of oppression in the face of oppression by men and by people in power, and we'll go to work and we'll do something about it. We'll be out in daylight, we'll do we'll wear a certain kind of clothing, and everyone around them has agreed. So women friendship is not just about yes, it is the silliness of it and it is the joy of it, but it's almost like a revolution.
And it is a revolution because all of that, the women on the margins who have set up all of these movements for us, made it possible for us to find joy in the sillies of it all as well.
And it's also this, right, that so much very often women friendship and women they're patronized in a way. It's considered to be silly, it's unserious. You get married and the friends kind of get left behind because they're not important, they're just friends. You have to assume that you will find a partner and then they will become the center of your world. But what we don't understand, that all of this patronizing, all of this
you'll get there.
I got burdened by carrying the truth.
So good. Woo! I love a good joke.
But I was saying that all of this patronizing, all of this infantilizing of women friendships and the things women do together, horrible thing to do, because it's constantly making us feel like that whatever we are doing is not important, whatever we are doing is silly, it's childish, it's not serious enough to be spoken about in big rooms and big spaces. Untrue.
Hot take. I felt like Fletcher from Whiplash. But my hot take is, what the is girl math.
Yeah.
What the hell is girl dinner? Dude, you are first of all, I love how women also take it, but then you are a CEO of a company,
Yeah.
you've raised 2 kids, and you're just like, let me have myself a silly girl dinner. You're not a silly girl.
Yeah.
I hate that trend.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I'm so angry because women mean business. Women have always meant more business
Yeah.
than anyone has. They've been multitasking for years, they've been managing emotions for years, they've been doing so much labor that is
Yeah.
unpaid, unasked for,
Yeah.
unaccounted for. And then you boil it down to girl math.
Yeah.
Shut up.
Girl math is getting money from discounts, and then you do it, and then it's free money. Girl math is deciding when will you wake up, when you wake the whole family up, when will you make the breakfast, send the kids off to school, go to your work, handle your own company, come back, prepare dinner, serve dinner, eat dinner, sleep, get 8 hours of sleep, do your skincare, manage your weight. All of that is girl math.
Do you know what is not girl math? The entire thing about getting 8 hours of sleep, all of these tests were mostly done on men.
Yeah. We're talking about girl friendships.
मेरे को घर जाना है.
Friendships.
Bringing back friendship and joy because we love
friendship.
I'm so angry.
But yeah, women friendships are constantly infantilized.
Yeah.
ये तो सखी सहेलियां हैं, पीछे रह जाएंगी. हाँ, मेरे साथ जाएंगी मेरी सखी सहेलियां.
That's so traditional. Yeah, my sakhi saheliyan are going with me, Brody. Like,
if your sakhi saheliya is watching this, make sure they're never left behind.
Exactly, because then the only person who would be left behind is you, because that man is living with his family in his systems of familiarity.
Yeah.
And you will just be there like, okay, Brody, what's up? Like, then that sucks.
Yeah. And women friendships are also places where you share your experiences. You talk about so many things ranging from bodies, clothing, kids, violence,
anything
so
under
much.
the sun, anything you experience. And I think, again, adding on to this point of why women friendships sort of save you and sort of are so good for your mental health, because you sit down with a woman who's a friend, there is no room to escape.
Yeah.
You will talk. Yeah. And it's either going to be your outpouring of your feelings, it's either going to be your friend pulling it out of you. But one way or the other, there remains no room in this body you have to sort of lock things up.
Yeah.
And that is so important.
And it's so healing.
Yeah.
In that way. Because when it's spoken about and it's held and it's reflected upon and the other person's kind of carrying it with you, it just becomes, and like I can almost, in my head, I can almost hear people saying, oh, but why do you think men not have these discussions? I'm choosing to not listen to that voice because we're talking about women friendship. What an active choice I have to make.
What an active
to
choice.
Not justify why talking about women friendships is
Wait,
important.
I'll ask you, what's the voice saying again?
That why is it that men don't have these conversations? Why are you assuming men don't have these conversations?
Have you ever talked to a man? We're not doing that.
We're not letting them take up space here.
Breathe. It's okay. Refresh. But yeah, I think there's no room to escape. And I think it's something that is brilliant for your nervous system. Talk about things, get them out. And I think there's a lot of room to be messy about things. Yeah.
Like you're escaping a lot of patriarchal systems and existing in those friendships.
Yeah.
So you can exist without a lot of roles, without the role of a daughter, mother, wife, son-in-law, daughter-in-law, anybody, in-law, whatever. You can just exist as a friend. The freeing part about it is the script. You can just be a wonderful friend by just being you.
And I think if we come to scripts, I think mass representations of women and in friendships in the last few years have looked a lot like, oh, I need to one-up her.
Yeah.
I need to one-up with like the jewelry I'm wearing, with the clothes, my husband loves me more, yada yada. No one's doing all of that. These are scripts written by men.
Yeah,
I brought it back to them again. I have a problem.
That's true. That's true. But like if you watch movies, if you read books that are written by women for women, they give you such a different context versus what men write as their description of women. Like my favorite analogy to go back to is this, there's this movie called Razi, Alia Bhatt. There's a love-making scene in that versus how men show it, right? Even if they're showing women's desire. It's so different and it's so, like, I don't even want to say sensitive or feminine, none of that.
Yeah.
it's just very aware of how a woman's bodies work.
And also, Konkana's movie from Modern
Yeah,
Love too, that
yeah.
was so good. I think it was the first time my brain sort of registered very actively that okay, this has been shot by a
Yeah,
woman.
yeah,
Because it's not like, you know how sometimes those people will read out women written by men in books.
yeah. Oh my god.
She had massive breasts. Like, who speaks of
Horrible,
women like that?
horrible, makes us want to throw up. Nobody wants to read that. Stop writing that shit.
Yeah.
Stop it, stop it,
And-
stop it, stop it.
Yes.
Stop it. Stop
Stop
it.
it,
Move
stop
to
it.
the next point. I don't want to talk about men anymore.
Yeah, but reading, you know how you said that you had to actively sort of unlearn. This took me back to when I first read Little Women. And I remember being so disappointed as a teenager that she didn't end up with someone.
Yeah,
And then
that's
I
true.
really had to sit with it. I was not in therapy. I was not talking about this. It was really one of those
Yeah.
core
Little
moments.
Women really changes you.
It really does
changes
something.
you.
If you haven't
Like
read
Fleabag, Little Women, Modern Love, some aspects of
Yeah.
it. Some like
Fleabag, I really enjoyed because I had done that reflection. Till then I
Yeah.
had grown up. Little Women, I was furious. Like,
Yeah.
why hasn't Joe ended? Joe, right?
Yeah.
I didn't end up with someone, and then I was like, Brody. Like, I've been
It's
saying
just-
Brody a lot. She doesn't need to.
Yeah.
And that's
Yeah.
brilliant.
Yeah.
You just need Little Women.
It's true. You need little women in your
It's
life.
true.
Women who will hold your hand. Little.
Please don't touch me. It's something that also is super, super important is life is always changing. Change is the only constant. I don't think I've gotten through change better than I have with women around.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
just the help and the support you get through transition. And
Yeah.
again, I think this is something, while we're heavy on the friendships element of it, I think it just goes beyond that.
Yeah. Yeah. And also I feel like that there's this understanding, no? Like a lot of, again, because patriarchy works so closely with capitalism works, like their co-workers. They work so closely together. A lot of ideas around kinship for men has always been competition. You know, who
Yeah.
has the biggest salary, who has a bigger dick, who has a prettier wife, who is this, who is that. Even though they have a lot of joy and giggles and this and that, and they're making merry, you know, they're still constantly comparing. On the other hand, when it comes to then how we have responded to that idea of friendship is that, you know, we saw what it does to you, we don't want that. We want
Yeah.
communion, we want spaces, we want togetherness. A lot of it which has been misunderstood as, oh, you know, it's because women are nurturers, which is why they do this. No.
I have another hot take coming up. You know, like, of course, we can talk more about this later, but this whole thing of folk washing misogyny,
Yeah.
you know, like the soft
The
woman
soft
who
woman,
nurtures,
the
cottage
nurturer.
core,
Yeah.
chup, shut up.
It's nonsense. It's nonsense. It's again built to isolate you and not make you be a part of friendhood.
It makes so much sense because a very dear friend of ours had once said that if you don't pay enough attention to systems and how they work, they will repeat it.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
they'll keep repeating. So things just keep recycling.
Yeah.
And you need to understand what is a version of what.
Yeah. And you know, like a lot of the times, how this very cleverly comes in is that when there is anger, when there is
Yeah.
mistrust, when there is fight, when there is conflict, you know, like with women, it goes back to, oh, see, women are like this only, they fight. Are anyone will fight? Your friends, you'll have misunderstandings, there will be hurt in relationships
Yeah.
with anyone. If it goes back to, this is why I shouldn't be friends with women because they fight and they create drama, you're the one who's creating drama.
I think it's one of the most horrid things you get to hear as a woman.
Yeah.
Because the transition is so quick. Dekha, I told you so.
Yeah.
Arey, shut up, yaar.
Anyone who's together, anyone who's vulnerable with each other, any person who's open with each other, like with the other person, there will be points of hurt.
Bro, person chodo, if I lock you up in a room with one solitary object and you're pissed and it falls, you will shout at it also.
Yeah, that's true.
Like,
That's true. Which is why we need to learn how friendships work, how the repair works in those friendships.
Yeah.
And how in different spaces that repair can look like, right?
Yeah.
Like, and I think that all of these ideas of, oh, women create drama, women are into cat fights and this and that, it's meant to keep friendships very fragile. Like
It
the
is.
moment there is a break, you need to walk out of it because this is how it happens. So find yourself a partner and
Yeah.
be with a man.
And again, all the words around it are also so representative of the misogyny that
Yeah.
exists and the fetishization of women that happens.
Yeah.
What the hell is a cat fight?
No.
You all are doing panje feckna at each other. Fight with me, bro. I'll tell you what a fight is.
Yeah, like have you all seen cats fighting? Like,
It's just like,
oh, this is a cat fight. I will fight with my nails. You don't have nails. We can't have a cat fight.
fuck. Literally, I will break your fucking nose, bro. But I think it's just they have no real meaning to them.
Yeah.
They have no real meaning. Again, I know that your words are coming out of a lot of mindfulness because rupture, repair, conversation, communication. What are we met with? Cat fight. You, I am we.
Speechless.
बस मेरे को नहीं करनी आपसे बात.
So I think like that's something that's there, right? Like we have to
Hmm.
really understand the language that comes around women's friendships.
Yeah.
How every system around us makes sure that, you know, women don't get into good friendships.
Hmm.
And if they do, they're shamed for getting into good friendships. That, oh my god, your friends are bigardoing you, they're doing too much, they're a bad
और
influence.
like तुम तो अपने दोस्तों के साथ और कहाँ? Where else if not my girls? Like
Yeah. And you know, like how male friendships are celebrated as the epitome of togetherness and, you know, हम रात को 3 बजे एक दूसरे के लिए खड़े हो जाएंगे. अरे भाई, लड़की को जाने कौन देगा घर से रात को 3 बजे? तुम जाने तो. Tell me one person who won't. Like, I don't know one girl who's my friend who won't come up to me if I call her at 4 a.m. if the parents allow.
and sure, like we're mindful of the reasons that the parents have.
Yeah.
ठीक है, we'll consider it for
They
1 minute.
exist because of men.
Exactly. Thank you.
That's the
tea. That's the yap for forever. And again, anyone who wants to fight us on this, anyone
I
who
will
wants to be
fight.
no. You answer me one question. Let's say you have a sister, mother. I will not name a random woman because I'm sure you're incapable of imagining empathy for another woman who isn't related to you. I'm so mad. But if I was to ask you to send a woman who's related to you outside for a walk at 4 a.m., would you let her? And if your instinctive answer is no, reflect. Why would you not? Is it because of other men?
Yes. Oh man.
And again, I can't believe I will go into an explanation of this after so many years of being a woman. But it's not when women say yes, all men, it's not the fact that we're calling everyone like, oh, you know, you're a rapist or you're a sexual assaulter or you're an offender. But it's the fact that every single man will benefit and does benefit and will continue to do so from the patriarchy.
Yeah.
I'm so mad.
Yeah, it's just gotten into that.
Yeah.
Coming back to women friendships, this is a topic we'll come back to later.
Anger issues. Mahsoos.
Yeah, no, you know, like this is a conversation that you can have with other women, with people, with women who you love, with your. I feel like, you know, in houses, if you open up the idea that every woman kind of loves other women, you will hear from your grandmother, you'll hear from your mother, you'll hear from your aunt. You know, it's a very interesting anecdote that quickly comes to me. Is that I remember, you know, we were all sitting, you know, my aunt, my mom, my cousins, all women in one room, and then we were going for a haircut. We were in the car, and we're going for a haircut after a loss has happened in the family. So you're like, okay, we'll go out, we'll have ice cream, we'll do haircut, we'll just feel better, right? Again, women. While in the car, a conversation comes up of how this salon was once a place of inappropriate sexual behavior with one of the people in the car. So we chose the next salon. So the conversation went from ice cream, feeling better, self-care, sexual assault. Oh my god, I will break everyone's face. Men are like this only. Oh, but what are you wearing tomorrow? So this is the range of conversations, and at no point of time was the pain questioned, was it dismissed, was it made small, was it overshadowed with something else. It was held. And I think that's the main point of women's friendships, that women's experiences in this world are constantly questioned and constantly ridiculed. That the one place that they're truly held in the essence of them is the friendship that you create with other women.
That was really heartwarming. Yeah. And again, all conversations go like this. You sit down with women, it is like brunch could look like, okay, you know, everyone's sort of had not a very good experience with respect to their physical boundaries, what they're wearing, what they're doing, and it's something that sort of teaches you to not settle
Yeah. And it also
at all.
teaches you that your life and your experiences are really big and they're welcome here.
Yeah.
But before any of that becomes your identity, you will be respected for who you are.
Exactly. Yeah, that's wonderfully put. And it's all aspects of you are sort of equally welcome.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just the infinitude of love. I don't know if
Yeah.
I'm using the word correctly. English is fake. Don't come at me. But just like the infinite amount of space
Yeah.
that is there for you and all versions of you. I don't think I've ever been called too much in a friendship with women.
Yeah.
That's not
Yeah.
even been a question,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah, and I know I'm too much.
Yeah.
I'm still not. I love all of my women friends watching this. I hope you watch this.
I think that's about it. We've come to the grand gap that women will save you. Yes,
Yes.
all men. Make more women's friendships. There's not a podcast for men. Men's Day is 19th November. We'll not see you then also. And go out with your women. Do not give into capitalistic traps of discounts.
Yeah, women friendships are not spaces where it's just for silliness or it's to be left behind once your life starts and it's just for your bachpan and teenage and that's only no.
Leave everything else behind except the girls.
Yeah, take them with you to your grave. Is what I will say. Happy Friendships Day. Happy Women's
Happy
Day.
Friendships Day.
Happy
Happy
Women's
Women's
Day
Day.
to all friends of mine and
Happy
everyone
women-
else who will be a friend of mine.
All women are my friends.
Yes.
Except the ones I like. They're also my friends.
Bye.